Well, Carl, day 2 of this Toyota Ton, and now we're with Tacoma, and this is the Trailhunter.
5-foot bed.
5-foot bed with short, but it has all the equipment that for overlanding.
Trail hunting, baby.
Yeah, exactly. And again, let's go do a little bit of the specs. Same engine as we have been driving all the other models, like the Land Cruiser and the other Tacoma's 2-liter turbo hybrid, 8-speed automatic transmission. 323 horsepower, 465 feet of torque.
And what's the cost? Do they have cost here?
This one is,
whoa, $62,900. Now I think this is about as expensive as you can make this truck.
Yes, because this is a Trailhunter. Yeah, it has all equipped, all the actually there's a look. We're not gonna read it, but there's a long list of extra equipment.
Yeah, it's got a lot of oriented off-road elements. Actually, read a few of them, Javier. Let's tell
okay, let's see. It has an 18-inch bronze finish Trailhunter alloy wheels with a 33-inch Goodyear territory wheels. Special headlights, headlights LED, rigid industry white and amber color switch LED fog lights, IRV steel rear bumpers. It has the shock absorbers from EMU,
old man EMU shock absorbers, and class 4 towing hitch. Looks like high clearance trail exhaust tip, steel rock rails.
Has a bed storage box, so it has a lot of extras that people will try to put with a third-party aftermarket company, and that will probably void the guarantee and all that. And that's why they're doing this, because and on top of that, from the purchasing experience point of view, it's easier to go to the dealership and say, okay, I want this,
yeah, you just check it all up.
Price, so you financing that,
and it's all covered in the warranty, like you said. So it's really the smart way to go. And you know, the overlanding thing just keeps getting bigger. The idea that you don't just go off-roading for 2 hours, you go into the wilderness for 2 or more days. You live in your vehicle, and these Trailhunter vehicles and the new Toyota
they have one on exhibit up there with all the extra equipment, and it's like basically a camp, and they show you how much you can do with this truck.
How you can live in it as your own residence out in the wilderness.
So we're gonna do the same course as we did yesterday with the Land Cruiser. It's there are a couple of things that are a little bit challenging, but again, this truck will do it with without huge time.
No, it'll be easy. You know, obviously they don't have these events and set them up to fail. They set them up to look like it's super easy, and of course it will be. But it is telling. You know, you get to the articulation of the suspension and the ability for all these. You know, I mean, this is an extremely elaborate control system down here in the center console that lets you do all these things with the crawling and.
A lock-in differential,
stabilizer,
modes,
disconnect,
everything.
the stabilizer.
Here comes our expert to give us that explanation again.
Hello.
Did you sleep here?
What's that?
Did you sleep here?
No. Too far away though. I would. That house is pretty nice.
It is pretty nice.
Any questions? We'll get you set up. Actually, let's go to low range, so neutral.
So we're gonna go low range. So we put it in neutral.
You gotta squeeze it. There's a little tab on the side by your leg, there, like that little silver button. You're real close.
Got it.
Yep.
And then we flip it. Okay.
There we go. It's engaged. So back to drive. You want to use crawl control?
Sure.
Sorry. The first setting's not even 1 mile an hour, and it goes up.
Okay.
You got your cameras.
Yeah, good cameras for forward view.
You're all set.
See what I'm doing.
Yep. You remember the course? Same characters out there today to help you.
Okay.
Have fun. Be careful. Take it slow.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so these guys, you know, they always have the kind of logistical guys here to help us know what to do. If you've off-roaded a lot of this stuff's pretty straightforward, but it's good to know the technical capabilities of individual vehicles when you go on these events. This one's got a bunch of settings. Again, like I said, there's just buttons and dials down here that can do all sorts of crazy stuff, and it's better to know what they all are if you don't already before you start driving it over rocks like I am right now. And you know, this is probably the most demanding part of the course right here, right off the bat, simply because you're going over a rock bed, pretty big rocks. Probably the only area where something like a Camry or maybe even a hybrid RAV4 couldn't do it, or would get damaged if it tried. this truck's just like walking over it. It's not even really a question. And the thing about when you do these off-road courses, and this, I'm looking at it right now, it's much more than looking at the camera, is the ability to see these cameras that show you what's going on. When you're at these high uphill angles like I am right now, and you can't see what's in front of you, whether it's a stop vehicle, which there is one in this case, or a sharp turn one direction or the other off the path when you were going up the hill, it's tricky. But having the camera, you full confidence. You can see exactly where you're going, and it's even got the lines that show you where you're going to end up, like they have on reverse cameras, but this is pointing forward so you know where to turn your wheels ahead of time to stay on the path. Very helpful. You get spoiled. You drive a car that doesn't have this off-road after you've done this, and you're like, where's my camera? I can't see.
Good morning.
Morning.
How are you?
Good.
All right. Should be in 4 low. Yes. Stability bar off. Crawl 1. I would recommend crawl 2. You can leave your stability bar off if you want to. You don't have. It
is off already.
It's on now.
Okay. So I thought it was off. Okay.
Yeah. So when you see the icon, it means it's disconnected.
Got it.
So it has a little X in the middle of it if you look carefully.
Got it. So stabilizer bar disconnected.
You're
more
in crawl 1.
articulation.
I'd recommend crawl 2 or 3 for speed here.
And how do you change?
Just rotate
the speed?
that upper dial. 2 clicks right.
This
nope,
one.
That one. You got it. So it'll shift everything over. So you see the mini icons over here, you'll see the larger ones here. So that's speed 2. When it's done, it'll shift that over and bring them back central.
Okay.
This is the only area where you're really going to see a mechanical benefit of a locked rear differential, so we recommend it, but it's not required, which is the picture you got it there. Give it a press.
Okay.
So it's blinking, which means it's on but not engaged.
Right.
So it'll take a little bit of forward progress for everything to line up. You might hear it, you might feel it. It'll go solid state red when it locks up. Before you make the right-hand turn, disconnect the rear diff.
Oh, okay.
All right, it doesn't like to be locked up in tight turns.
Yeah, they want to steer at the same direction, rotate at the same speed.
on this dirt, it probably would just slip a little bit,
yeah,
but mechanically speaking, and it doesn't love it.
It's adding some pressure and some heat.
It's not very mechanically sympathetic.
Yes. All right.
Enjoy your drive, have fun. You're going to get a little bit of wheel lift on that right front corner as you come out of the last moguls.
Okay, cool, thank you.
You're welcome.
Now we're still waiting for that lock. I'm getting a flashing, okay. We finally went from the flashing red light to the solid red light for our rear differential being locked. And now I'm heading toward Javier, but I can see him clearly right now because I'm pointed at him. As soon as we start going up, he'll disappear under the hood, but I'll still see him in this camera display right here, which is really nice. Getting some serious articulation. We're going to tilt back and forth as we do. And there we go. Now I can't see Javier except through the camera on the display in the screen. Yeah, this is just hilarious. The truck just is like, yeah, whatever, just gonna climb this hill. If you think this is remotely challenging, you're fooling yourself, because it's really easy for me, is what the TRD Tacoma is saying, to me at least. All right, now he said turn off rear locking differential as we make this sharp turn. So we will do that and be a little easier on the rear differential. Okay, Javier.
We've survived that one, and so we're gonna do the rest of this trail, and then we're gonna go to the high-speed one on the TRD Pro.
Yeah, we'll come back to you on that one, because this one we pretty much already went through the most difficult part of this one.
Stop there.